Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today's video is a much requested video, and to be honest with you, it is a video that I also need to film for myself because I need a big old wardrobe declutter, and I thought what better way to do it than to do it with you guys, and hopefully I can share some of my decluttering hints and tips along the way to make life a little bit easier for you as well as myself. So if you are looking forward to this video, please give it a big old thumbs up, and without further ado, let me show you my current wardrobe and what we are working with. I am ashamed of myself that I have let my wardrobe get this bad. So this may or may not surprise you. This is literally my wardrobe. These 3 drawers here. I also have 2 drawers in another room full of trousers and comfy wear. So these are just the kind of items that I tend to wear more day to day. And these are supposedly my coats, bags, shoes, accessories, just all over the place. And then in this one, this is where I store most of my blazers, tops, jumpers, knitwear, things like that, and also some bags and shoes at the bottom as well. Everything's kind of chucked in, as you can see, so I'm going to go through it with you and we're going to have a big old declutter and organise. So I think I am going to tackle the hardest part first, which is going to be this side of the wardrobe. This side is just, it's stressing me out, and I know if you also have a wardrobe like this with no order, there's just no order in here whatsoever. It's cluttered, it's stressful to try and get dressed, I can't see things, and the first step to decluttering is to take everything out. And I've got 2 rails here, so my rail that I use to film and then a white rail which is from IKEA. I am taking every single thing out of this wardrobe and I'm going to hang it on these 2 rails. So that is the clothes portion of this wardrobe out onto these rails. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of surprising to me how many things there are on here, considering I do declutters fairly regularly. So I am quite surprised on how many things I have. So I'm now going to do the shoes and accessories, and I'm just going to pop them underneath all my clothes just here. Okay, everything is out of wardrobe number 1. And it is all around me here. It's still quite stressful seeing everything out. So the next step is to, I'll show you quickly the empty wardrobe before we get started as well. The next step is to go through everything and create 3 piles or 3 different sections. And the ideal way to do this would be to lay them all out on a bed or something, but I think I'm going to try and do it with these rails, and I'm going to have a pile on the floor of things that I no longer wear, I don't want to keep, and they just don't fit me anymore, or they don't fit my style. That's going to be a no pile. I'm going to have a yes pile, which I'm going to keep the things hung up on the rail, things that I'm keeping, things that can go back into the wardrobe. I'm going to have a third pile, which is a maybe pile. The maybe pile is for items that I'm not 100% sure I want to get rid of, but that don't currently serve my current style or purpose, but I'm not quite ready to let go of, and I want 6 months or a year or so to think about those items before I say goodbye to them. So that is the next step. Okay, so this is the very empty wardrobe. The only thing I have left in here is just this, which is a scented room sachet, which I literally just got from Primark. But it just adds a nice scent to your wardrobe. Down here, I've popped all the bags that I've managed to get out of this wardrobe, accessories, belts, a scarf. I've got some maternity clothes there too. I should say I do have more shoes up there, but we're just going to ignore those for the purposes of today's video, and I'm just decluttering the ones that I have inside the wardrobe. So this is all of my clothes in this wardrobe. So let's start filtering these into piles or sections of yes, no, and maybes. Okay, so let me chat you through what I have done. I have created a yes pile or rail, which is this one here. This is a bit of a leftover yes rail because I couldn't fit it all on this one. And then these two, I guess, sections. This is my maybe section and this is my no section. So shall I chat you through a few of my no's? This first one is just a Zara cropped cardigan. This one is a no for me because it is cropped. I haven't reached for it. I haven't worn it very much. It feels lovely. It's such a lovely, lovely cardigan, but unfortunately I just don't get the wear out of it. Next, I have a Zara jumper. This is just a really, really fine knit, which is in this, I would say, warmer beige colour. The colour doesn't really suit me and it's a bit too fine for me as well. I then have this warehouse blouse, which I do have a couple of other warehouse blouses, and this one is my least favourite and probably the one that I haven't really worn the most. And since becoming a mum, I'm not really looking for things that have a, I guess, cinched in waist very much. So this one is in my no pile. I then have this shirt from Pretty Lavish, which I love, but it just doesn't really suit me very much and I haven't really been reaching for it lately. I've had this for a couple of years now. I've then got an older jumper from H&M. As you can see, it's been really, really well worn. It's been in the washing machine a lot and I just don't really reach for it anymore because I don't think the quality is great. I then have this Zara top, which is in this really dark emerald green colour. Green just isn't really my colour, and as you can tell by the rest of my wardrobe, I do tend to wear a lot of neutrals, and this green just doesn't really fit within my colour palette. I then have this one from Mango. The reason I've added this here is because I have it in exactly the same style, just a newer version, so I've decided to part ways with the older one because I do not need two. I then have this, which is a Dorothy Perkins maternity top. As you can see, I am no longer pregnant, so I don't need this anymore. I then have this, which is a really, really lovely knit jumper from Manta Ray. Now, I love it. It's really soft and cozy. I have barely worn it, but because of the speckles of colour, it doesn't really go too well with other things in my wardrobe, so I am going to be a bit brutal and part ways with it. Finally, I have this, which is a mango jumper. This one I actually bought last year in the sale, and I absolutely love it. I've never worn it. It is literally brand new, but it's just way too big for me. It's too oversized. It doesn't go with my current style because it's just so big. And yes, for that reason, I am parting ways with it. And then my maybe pile, I've got another Zara knit. Again, it's just oversized. I've got a Lily silk blouse, which is in this warmer yellow color, which is a tone I don't really wear. I've got this mango top, which I've had for months now, and as you can see, the tag is still on it. I've never worn it because I'm not sure that it suits me. I've then got this ribbed top from Naked Fashion, which is long sleeved. I do really love it, but I'm just a bit conscious of this neckline. Again, I've got this blazer from Naked Fashion, which I love, 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 but it's just a bit too masculine and a bit too big and bulky for me. I then have another Zara knit here, which I'm not 100% about because it is very, very thick. I've got 3 midi skirts here. I love a midi skirt, but if I'm honest with you, I haven't worn them in a really long time, so they are going to go into my maybe pile. I might bring them back out for spring and see how I get on. And finally is this pair of Naked Fashion trousers, which I really do like. I just think they are maybe a little bit too sheer for me. But these are all my maybe items. I'm going to pop these away in a box, pop them under my bed or something, and come back to them again in 6 months' time and see how I feel. Now, as for shoes, I actually love all of my shoes that I have here, and I'm not parting ways with any of these, but I am going to organise them slightly better and pop away my more summery shoes, like the sandals and also my sandals over here, and just keep my loafers, slingbacks and trainers in my wardrobe. I should also say I do have loads of shoes downstairs too, but we are not tackling those today. And then as for bags, I would say that I wear the black one, the black tote the most. The backpack is really handy if I'm going away. The raffia bag is perfect for the summer. The little raffia bag I never wear. I never wear the brown one. I only wear the glitter one if I'm going to a party or something, which is very few and far between these days. And the canvas bag I never wear. So I'm going to have a sort out of these ones as well. And then a reorganise of my belt. So I'm conscious that I don't want to be rambling on at you too much, and I don't want this video to be too long. That is essentially my decluttering process. The next step for me is to take all of the pieces off the hangers that are in my no pile and also my maybe pile, and then to pop everything else back into the wardrobes and organise it, which I thought I could do in a separate video. So the video that's going to be on my channel immediately after this one is going to be a closet reorganization video, so you can see how I organize all of my pieces into a fresh wardrobe and have that kind of cleanse and make it so much easier for you to find your items. Thank you so much for watching today's decluttering video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's a job that I've been meaning to do for a really long time, and I'm glad that we could do it together. Hopefully this inspires you to give yourself a good old declutter of your wardrobe, and I will see you really soon for the next video, which will be a wardrobe reorganization. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.